From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, it's currently 8:37. I'm Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, continuing to track these strong to severe thunderstorms through the area. No new warnings, but these storms are starting to move into the Lawrenceburg proper area, and we're seeing some strong wind gusts on radar. So I want to take this live here again. Until 9 p.m., a severe thunderstorm warning continues for basically all of Lawrence County, Tennessee. I know that eastern Wayne County is still in a warning, and there's still some gusty thunderstorms over there, but the main action has shifted out of Wayne County into Lawrence County in terms of damage, although there's still some heavy lightning, some heavy rainfall, and maybe some 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts over east of Waynesboro and east of Collinwood. We'll take live Viper radar here and zoom in close. And you see some really heavy weather coming through the Deerfield area, back to the west side of Lawrenceburg, down to Loretto. We'll take our live radar and the velocity here, and this is winds moving toward or away from the radar. This is the actual Doppler part of the radar. And we see some winds here not too far off the ground into the 50 to 60 mile per hour wind range. I'll query some of the data here. And let's see, getting near 50 miles per hour there, southwest of Lawrenceburg. Not too far from the Pea Ridge area. Early, we were getting some pixels that were as strong as 60 miles per hour. And you're not going to see that nonstop. So 50 plus mile per hour winds are very possible as the storms move into Lawrenceburg here over the next few minutes. And you'll probably start to hear rain on the roof as we go forward. Again, severe thunderstorm warning that continues until 9 p.m. for the area. I'll do a storm track for this cluster of thunderstorms here and switch it back to reflectivity. And let's see, leading edge of the line. All right, and let me narrow these communities down. All right, we're talking about it's moving into Lawrenceburg now. So Etheridge, heavy weather moving in by 8:43. Union Hill, Tennessee by 8:46. Summertown 8:49. Campbellsville 9:03. Mount Pleasant 9:05. Linville 9:18. Culleoka 9:19. And Columbia 9:24 if it holds together. That tells me Lewisburg, Tennessee, if it holds together, right around 9:30 or so. And then close to 9:35, 9:40 for Chapel Hill if it holds together. Again, main concerns are damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, but we have had some reports of pea to dime size hail, and I can't completely rule out quarter size hail out there on the bypass to the west of Lawrenceburg, where you see the pink areas on radar near the Pea Ridge area up toward Highway 64. That will be coming up toward places like Henryville and Center and the Buffalo Road area over the next 10 to 15 minutes, and then maybe crossing up between Etheridge and Summertown near Alexander Springs on Highway 43. But again, damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour possible with these storms. Now, we'll look at additional storms across the area. And previously, we had some damage in portions of Franklin and Marion counties in West Alabama on Alabama Highway 19. Reports of trees down and power outages down there. That runs from Red Bay down to the Hamilton area. There's additional storms moving through northwestern areas of Franklin County now. They're not severe, but some 40 mile per hour wind gusts and some dime size hail possible here near the Pleasant Site area, north of Red Bay near Pogo. And that's coming up toward the northeast, and that will be moving into Colbert County again over the next 15 minutes or so. So if you had that first thunderstorm that came through the shoals, you have another one coming through with the potential for some gusty winds over 40 miles per hour and some small hail. Another thunderstorm cluster out here in the eastern side of Tishomingo County, east of Iuka back to Midway. That's moving east and northeastward. So Marjoram, Cherokee, Barton, Lane Springs, Smithsonia over the next 15 to 20 minutes. You could get some small hail and gusty winds from that. Looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out for portions of Lewis and Murray counties in Tennessee. So we'll take the radar wide. And this should be from the same cluster of thunderstorms that's coming through Lawrenceburg now. So we'll zoom up here on the radar and get ready to see this new severe thunderstorm warning polygon. This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern areas of Lewis County, north central Lawrence County, and southwest Murray County. That's going to run until 9:15 for the potential for some nickel-sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds. That is going to include Lawrenceburg, Pea Ridge, Henryville, Center, Deerfield, Ovilla, Etheridge, up to Alexander Springs, Summertown, the east side of Hohenwald, Napier and the NACO area, up to Gordonsburg and Ethra, and then over toward Sandy Hook and Mount Pleasant in this new severe thunderstorm warning until 9:15. And again, that does come down to Lawrenceburg. What they're getting ready to do is they're getting ready to focus on just that part of the storm and let the original warning be canceled and just run with this new warning that focuses on the cluster of the storm from Lawrenceburg back to Ovilla. That seems to be the strongest part of the line, where there's potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some nickel to quarter size hail as the storms move off to the northeastward at about 30 to 35, maybe 40 miles per hour. No signs of rotation, no signs of tornadic weather or anything like that. Gusty winds and small hail are the main concern. Now back over to the east. These storms have mainly stayed off to the west of Giles County, and we've had a few questions from folks from Linville down to the Elkton and Elkmont areas from Giles County, Tennessee, and Limestone County, Alabama. These storms are staying west. If additional storms develop between now and about 10 o'clock, you could get a stray strong thunderstorm, but it looks like this initial cluster is staying off to the west of you. These storms back west of Russellville up toward the Iuka area may move back into the Shoals metro area, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Sheffield, Florence over the next 20 to 30 minutes. They're not nearly as strong as the first cluster, however, but this is only wave one of two waves of storms we're watching. This is not the main threat. The main situation comes after midnight tonight with the line of strong to severe thunderstorms, and I'll switch over to graphics here, and then we'll go through the rest of what I have prepared for a 9 p.m. weathercast that we're just going to do live while we're here on the fly. And there is a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather for the main line later tonight along and west of the Natchez Trace Parkway still. That's the areas in yellow here. West of the Natchez Trace Parkway, that's still a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather. East of that, level 1 out of 5 risk in green. And that includes this first round of thunderstorms in addition to the line of thunderstorms later tonight. Storms right now producing 50 to 60 mile per hour winds and then hail up to quarter size. The main round coming in after midnight, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds possible, pea to dime size hail, localized street flooding, and maybe a stray spin up tornado or two. That's roughly between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. And that risk includes everybody in the viewing area, all of southern Middle Tennessee, all of northwest Alabama, and northeast Mississippi. It's not, what about my town, what about my town, what about my town? It's everybody across the viewing area will get that second line of thunderstorms after midnight, with a few of those possibly being strong to severe. Now, Futurecast dissipating the first round of thunderstorms by 10 p.m. I'm not quite sure we're going to do that, so consider maybe a few more scattered thunderstorms, 10, 11, maybe 12 o'clock, moving northeastward across the area. It's the main line off to the west we're concerned about that moves in 2 to 3 a.m. And notice it does show a little bit of signs of weakening as it moves in. However, even if it's weakening, there could still be wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour with it, in addition to a stray tornado or two. So even if it's starting to weaken as it moves in, there could still be some severe thunderstorm warnings with it, in addition to a tornado warning or two. However, as we get towards 6 or 7 a.m., I think the severe storm threat for the area is over, but localized heavy rain and embedded thunder continues after that, especially on the Alabama side of the state line on into the late morning, if not the midday. And that may give at least North Alabama a good 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain possible over southern Middle Tennessee. That may set up some localized flooding, especially over the Alabama portion of the situation. I do think a lot of that gradually tapers off as we head toward the evening, but locally heavy rain may continue on through sunset over North Alabama, and additional showers possible tomorrow night before the front kind of waffles south a little bit. So on the warm side the next few days, because the cold front doesn't fully push through until Sunday night, into the mid to upper 60s here, and then 50s behind the front Monday into Tuesday, near freezing Monday morning, into the 20s Tuesday morning. So we do have another light freeze coming before things moderate back into the 60s Wednesday into Thursday. So your overnight forecast, this first round of thunderstorms, starting to wrap up 10 to 11, but still a slight chance of them. The area-wide storm risk starts 1, 2, 3 o'clock and continues on through 6 to 7. Those may have strong to severe thunderstorms as well. Heavy rain, especially on the Alabama side of the state line through a large part of tomorrow. It looks like things may start to shift southward with time, but morning strong thunderstorms are likely, especially through 6 or 7 a.m., a few of them severe. And then clearing for the weekend here, maybe a stray shower Sunday, clearing and cooler for early next week with highs in the 50s Monday and Tuesday. A freeze is likely Monday night and Tuesday morning. We'll switch back to radar here while we're live, and we'll go over everything and recap. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:15 for north central areas of Lawrence County, Tennessee, eastern areas of Lewis County, Tennessee, and southwestern areas of Murray County, Tennessee. There are additional strong thunderstorms back into Colbert and Franklin counties, northwest Alabama and Tishomingo counties, Mississippi. Those are moving northeastward. All of this will continue probably until around 10 or 11, and then we'll be watching the main line coming in roughly around 2 a.m., with a severe threat continuing through around 7 a.m. So we'll continue to watch the situation very carefully through the overnight. We will be staffed here to provide live updates should any more warnings be issued. I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.